Hello everyone, welcome back to the Italian Alien Cookie Show, and today we have a recipe with asparagus, eggs and Parmesan cheese. This is the perfect marriage for the asparagus. I love asparagus. This is still a very good season for it, April, May, and I prepared two different variations. One is very simple but very delicious and classic in Italy. And the other one is a little bit more gourmet. If you want in a Sunday brunch, prepare a Sunday brunch for your loved one, and you want to do something a little bit more elaborate, I think this recipe is on your reach. So let's start cooking. Okay, once we wash the asparagus, this part over here is definitely too hard for our consumption. You could use it to make some stock, but in this case it looks really bad, so no. Okay, that was it for the asparagus. And what we're going to do is to put it in a container, and we are going to add a little bit olive oil and salt. Okay, we have our grill pan over here, very nice and hot. We add the asparagus on the same line. We didn't add anything to the pan because we added the olive oil to the asparagus. It's very important not to overcook the asparagus. You can almost eat the asparagus raw, so you don't want it to cook it too much. About 3 minutes. You can turn them if it's pretty high like this one. And then what I do normally, I just put a couple of more minutes a lid on top to finish cooking. Okay, for the egg, I just add olive oil, butter, and a couple of sage leaves, just to give a little flavor to the butter. I don't want it to cook very high, so I keep it to the minimum. I want it to cook nice and gently. Okay, let's divide the white from the yellow here. That helps to cook a little bit more evenly. The salt only on the white part, if you can. And now you can add it on top of the asparagus. And we grate the Parmesan cheese on top. Okay, the first dish is done, and it was very simple. You can do it anytime, very quickly. Very healthy for you and delicious. This version is a little bit more sophisticated. I boiled the cream with the Parmesan cheese crust. The crust is really cheese So I scrape away the top part with a little knife, and then that's actually very concentrated flavor. I boiled the cream with the crust for about half an hour, and then you wanted to let it cool down, and we're going to mix the Parmesan cheese that has been grated already all together to finish up with this Parmesan cheese cream. The eggs, we're going to separate the whites from the egg yolks, and we're going to mount the whites. So let's start working. For the eggs, we're going to separate the whites from the egg yolks, and we're going to mount the whites. So let's start working. Okay, now we can divide the eggs. Be careful, we don't want to break the egg yolks. You could actually use your hands this way. Just to make sure that you don't break it. Oops. Oops. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use this mixer over here, just because I have it, but you can do it with by hand also. Okay, so we need the oven at 450 degrees. What we're going to do right now is to prepare like little clouds of the white egg. Okay, once this is ready, with a little bed. And now we can add the egg yolks. And now we'll go in the oven for about 5 minutes at 450 degrees. Okay, to finish up the cream of Parmesan, I'm going to use a blender because I want it very nice and smooth. So we took out the crust. So then we put the Parmesan cheese in the blender, about 20 seconds. Here we go. We have 2 recipes. It didn't take that much time and it's not that difficult. But we don't know if it's good. I'm going to try just the more gourmet one because we already know that the simple one is delicious. And let's see how I did on the gourmet. Oh, let's break the egg. There we go. Little piece of the If your loved one is a little bit upset at you, you should definitely prepare this dish. It's not that difficult, you can do it, and it's really incredible. Wow. Buon appetito. eggs, asparagus, and Parmesan cheese. Nothing beats it. So remember to cook with love. That's the first ingredient for your loved ones. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao a tutti!